Ho, ho, ho.
Is my mic working?
Yes, your mic is working.
Oh yeah, we can hear you. We can
That's
hear
fine.
you.
Does it have to?
We can hear your indecision.
Okay. Does it have to be a game I've ever gotten?
No, just what was like a happy Christmas memory of yours?
Okay, I have 3. The first one, this is going in like top 3. The third one was when I was 7, and I had begged and begged and begged my parents for a puppet theater. And I got one. And it was, I found out years later it was made by one of the grandparents of a kid that was in my mum's class when she was a teacher. This girl's grandfather made it for me for that Christmas that year, and at first I didn't use it as a puppet theater. I actually used it as a McDonald's drive-through place type of thing.
Foreshadow it?
Video. I know, right? No, that was weird. When I actually got the job at McDonald's, I actually just said, well, this is a funny coincidence since I actually know how to do this since I did when I was 7. But I loved that. I loved that puppet theater to death, and I hated the day that I had to give it away. It was just some of the best times I ever had was through that. Some of the best memories I had were with that theater. Me and my brother putting on little shows for the family. It was just, it's why I wanted to do acting as well, because I just loved it to death. The second memory was the first time ever to New York City. Now, this wasn't the CLC. This was before him. This was the this was like other family stuff. Me and my parents were
There were other New Yorkers before LC.
Wow.
But LC is New York.
I know, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
No, this was.
I know
we're staying in the Waldorf Astoria. We don't ask me how we managed to get an amazing deal to fly on Christmas Day, staying in the Waldorf Astoria. It was pouring down with snow. It was just absolutely perfect white Christmas. And it was too cold to go out anywhere. We couldn't be bothered going anywhere. We were tired, and we just decided to get room service into the hotel room. So I was sitting in my PJs, sitting eating hot dogs and fries. My dad was sitting eating a giant New York steak. Mom had a club sandwich, and we were sitting watching Coyote Ugly.
Love that movie.
In the Waldorf Astoria on Christmas Day. I just thought, this is what heaven must be like. This is amazing.
I just find it funny the fact that you.
Outside to get Starbucks coffee.
I just find it funny the fact that you sit there and find it amazing that it's cold and snowing on Christmas in New York. Welcome to a Tuesday for us.
Welcome to Rhode Island, or the New England area. Snow exists. It is generally in our area. We had a blizzard last year, and where people keep trying to give us more blizzards. It happens.
No, but it's American snow and British snow is just insanely different. Because like, when we get it, it's just kind of there for 5 minutes and then it disappears. When you guys get it, it just, I don't know, it just looks to me magical.
I know. I still remember last year with Suzie when Suzie was here last year for Christmas. I still remember like sitting on the computer, I was doing something, and Susie's looking out the window, and I'm just like, what the fuck is she staring at? She goes, oh my god, it's snowing. I'm like, yes, it's December. And she goes, no, look at it. I am very well aware of what snow looks like. What's the big deal? She goes, no, it's so magical. It's so lovely. I'm like, I can tell you just got here for winter. Yeah, wait till the month is over and you've had to deal with this for 30 days. Then you get a quarter of what I've had to deal with my entire life. And then sure enough, Suzie, by the end of the fucking winter, by the end of the month, was going basically, does this shit ever end?
See, that's the thing I've always had to deal with. Like here, it almost never snows in December. It always snows in January or February. Sometimes both.
Hmm.
See, I like and hate snow at the same time. I love being inside during a snowstorm and having a cup of hot cocoa and looking outside and seeing everything. And then I realize I have to shovel this in the morning.
Zenith, where do you live again?
I live in Warwick, Rhode Island.
Okay, so you're a New
state.
Englander. You're basically not much better than me in upstate New York.
Yeah, we're probably around the same level. But at
You
least I don't have
get
the
something
problem of
between what
having
I
an
get and
apartment.
what freaking Buffalo gets.
Mm-hmm. It's just I have a very big driveway. I hate shoveling it, and we had a huge blizzard last year where I got stuck at work. So I'm not too big a fan of snow, but I like observing it. So if we had like a weather machine, like a Dr. Draken, weather machine, I would totally let it snow and then just stop it and then let it, unsnow so that I don't have to shovel it all.
I think one of the things with where I live and everything, because I'm sort of like Midwest, I'm basically where Nash is right now, because I'm in Manchester and everything, and I've not stalked him. I've been a very good person.
Yet.
I've not stalked Nash. Yeah.
You're still waiting for his first few tweets on where he's located, right?
Oh, there've already been a few, but yeah. But we've got all cobblestone streets and everything. We're so British. And whenever the snow, it's not so bad. It's what comes after the snow that's the problem. Because I love walking through the snow late at night on my way to work. And nobody is out and about. It's so quiet. But because of all the white on the ground, everything feels so much brighter. Because there's more light reflected and everything. And all the snow coming down and everything is just fantastic. Of course, the next day, it's when the snow freezes over. And I'm slipping and sliding around like I'm trying to do a drunken Torvald Dean impersonation. On cobblestone.
Oh, Jesus.
This is not good. And
No, I can imagine.
The very first Christmas when I was working with my current job, we had this like works do where we all went out and we were drinking at one of the clubs that was run by our company, and had a fairly decent time. The instant I stepped outside, the very freaking instant, my feet went forward, my arms went back, and I don't know if I actually fractured my wrists or anything, because I never went to the hospital. But most likely it was just, sprain or something. But I was the human torso hobbling around, trying to find a taxi at 4 a.m. in the dark. It was fun. Yes. But yeah, aside from that, I really love the snow. Yes.
Yeah, but this was me trying to explain to Elsie last year. It's just like our snow doesn't. When it comes, it doesn't last for very long, so it's just kind of depressing that way.
Yeah.
When it comes in America, it lasts for a long fucking time.
I'd assume as well, Suzie, because like you guys are way up north. I mean, it's like you're up in like Winterfell and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, not Winterfell. I'm getting my fantasy mixed up.
No, I'm just outside.
Game of Thrones. Come on, Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. That place. But yeah, it's like I'd assume your winter is a little bit more rough than ours.
Yeah, it's not actually been that bad. I think we had snow for 30 seconds the other day.
I
We've
had
had
a
so
snowstorm
far.
on the way to work. I was not happy.
Yeah.
That's it. We're creating a snow spell. You're gonna get snow for 15 years straight. Nothing but snow.
You bastard! Yay!
But see that when I was in New York City in the Waldorf, that was the first year I'd actually witnessed the insanity of American weather reports. because like the next day we were actually planning to go and visit one of my mum's cousins that was staying in upstate New York. And we couldn't go out because it turned into a massive blizzard or something. And that was the first time I'd ever heard in my life. And I sat there for about 10 minutes staring at the TV saying, did you actually just fucking say that? They said they were coming down with thunder snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that. We actually
Terrible X-Men.
we actually do get that in upstate New York. New York does get that. It's a mix of a blizzard and a thunderstorm together. So you get that beautiful snow flurrying down, and then you basically get light flashes, and then frickin' more, and then basically it turns to hail rain.
Yeah, hail and sleet are probably the worst because you don't want to be out in it. It's not good for snowballs. It hits you and you start getting unconscious if you get hit by it. So
Yeah, it's like walking through a frickin'. It's literally walking through a frickin' ice storm. And you're just like, it's like Jesus frickin' Christ.
I remember because that morning before that actually happened, I think that happened around lunchtime. That morning we decided to go to the Empire State Building, and Jesus, did we regret it. It was so freaking cold. Like this after we came back down, I was like, I can't feel anything.
Yeah, then you get into the top
so
layer and you realize that they don't use the heat. They have no heat on the top level.
Yeah.
And you had to pay 50 cents to get a fucking pair of binoculars.
No, we didn't even get that. We just had the video camera for 5 minutes and just, oh, screw this, it's too cold, we're going. Where's the Starbucks?
Really?
Yeah.
Starbucks.
We didn't care. It was just like, I need hot. Give me hot.
Not a lot.
I only go into Starbucks for the frappuccinos, and generally I don't go in for that either. So, yeah, I make my own hot chocolate.
Gingerbread coffee at Christmas. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Now
it.
you're making me hungry. See what you're doing.